This is Julie.
And this is Martin.
And we live full-time on our 58-foot narrowboat home, Rhapsody in blue.
We're taking you along as we continuously cruise the canals and rivers of the UK with some beautiful scenery, occasional wildlife, landmarks, aqueducts and tunnels. Come with us. So as you saw in our previous video, we've unfortunately lost the footage from Barbridge right through to Market Drayton. So this video is starting from Market Drayton on the Shropshire Union, and this is where it is in the UK. Yeah, so it's a bit of a misty morning today, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
We've had a hard frost, I don't know if you can see over there, and it's a little bit misty. But we're leaving a little bit earlier than we usually do. It's about 8:15 at the moment, and it's about 1 degree. We've got Tyrley Locks to do and Woodseaves Cutting. Yeah, so we've only had 2 nights here at Market Drayton. It's a beautiful day, isn't it, Martin?
It is. Very
Here
crispy.
he is. Yes, it's very,
gloves on.
very cold and crispy. So we've just got to get the mooring lines in, and we'll be off. There, you'll notice it's really icy. Look at the taff seats. That is all ice. Oh yeah. Well, this is going to be interesting doing those locks.
They'll start warming up time you get to the locks.
I know it'll warm up by the time we get to the locks. And ta-da! Right. I'm going to walk round to the water point, which is just through that bridge. The mist coming through the bridge. Doesn't that look lovely? I'm going to come through here. And that's the water point there on the right hand side. Beautiful reflections. Look, you can actually see our boat reflecting as well as the bridge. How cool is that? Not just the bridge reflecting just now, but the boat was reflected as well.
Is it?
It's cool. So, because we're going to be doing locks, we're just putting these fenders up so we don't get jammed in the lock. It's always good practice to have the fenders up in the locks, especially the single locks. Not so much of a worry when you're in double locks, but single locks it definitely is. Let's do this one. That's it. And the time it's taken us to do the water, everything's defrosted. Hey!
Ready?
That's it. We are full of water and empty of rubbish. So we can now crack on. So having filled up with water, we left Market Drayton and headed in a southeasterly direction. We went up the Tyrley Locks, which are renowned for their bywashes, and then we went through the beautiful Woodseaves Cutting and ended up mooring at Goldstone Wharf. So unfortunately the mist seems to have gone now, but it's still going to be a lovely cruise, I'm sure. It's so nice to hear the birds. I hope that's coming through. There's quite a lot of bird song in this video, so if you've got the app Merlin Bird ID, you can actually listen to see which birds are singing, and you can let us know in the comments which ones you hear. Look at that lovely bridge reflection. Wow. Well, that's a good start to the day, isn't it? We've had 2 bridge reflections so far and 1 with our boat. Gorgeous. I'm really hoping that the water stays calm, because we're going to be going through some stunning, and I mean stunning, scenery. I mean, look, we've got some reflections at the moment. Wow. See Archaea doing some work here. They do a good job. We've seen a lot of work recently. They have been, you know, really stretched, I think. So much going on. But they're doing a grand job. Just look at that scenery. And it just looks so nice with the mist. Beautiful. Yeah, so this is a rare sight. I'm steering while Martin's just gone to check the front of the boat, because for some reason the bridge that we just went through, the boat didn't want to steer. So he's just gone to check to see if we've got any damage at the front of the boat at the top. Oh, he's just giving me thumbs up, so he's happy, he's okay. But he needs to come back because I'm struggling to steer myself. For some reason, it's not steering very well. Don't know what's going on. Unless it's shallow. Perhaps it's shallow. Could be. It's a beautiful day today. Absolutely beautiful. I think it's quite shallow, Martin.
What?
I think it's quite shallow, because there was one point I couldn't get it to steer either.
Got it.
Got it? Was there any damage? Good. That's all right.
Twigs and branches.
Just your pride?
Yes.
Because there happened to be somebody walking along at the same time, but never mind. All good.
Proves I'm not perfect.
No. Well, I can tell you that. Just briefly, just to let you know, good morning, by the way.
Morning.
We just wanted to let you know what this journey is. We are going to be going up the Tyrley Locks, and they are notorious for their bad bywashes. They are really fierce.
Anyway, the bottom
yes,
one, isn't it?
the bottom two. Yeah, the bottom two. So we're really hoping that it's not going to be the case. Beautiful scenery, and then after that we're going to be going through Woodseaves Cutting. Now, Woodseaves Cutting is just magical. It's such a beautiful place, a really deep cutting, really tall high bridges. You may have seen previous video that we did when we came through here 2 years ago, and normally we would be really looking forward to it because it's just a beautiful, magical place. However, they have had a few landslides, and I know they've had 3, could be 4, I don't know. And we've had rain and wind recently. So we think it's going to look a lot different, and we're probably going to be holding our breath a little bit going through there, aren't we?
Yes. Yeah, it's certainly been hit by the weather this year, hasn't it?
It has. It's because the banks are so tall. It's about 100 foot high. And then you've got the trees, which themselves are about 80 foot tall each. And with the excess rain that we've had and the high winds, the ground just can't hold it. So, yeah.
While we're here and we're coming up, I want to see if matey, our little friend's still here. I think everyone must film him.
Oh, he is?
He's on the left.
Hold
here.
on, let me get the camera. Yes, well remembered, Martin. There he is. The little tree fisherman. Sid's Nook. That's so brilliant. So we're just coming up to the first of the Tyrley Locks, and I can see and hear the bywash already. Goodness me, we really are not looking forward to this. Wish us luck. I will try and film, but obviously If I'm needed, I won't. Safety first and all that. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that towpath. Oh, I'm going to be in for a treat. Lovely. Oh my word. Yuck. Good job I got my decent boots on. I don't go too close to the edge in case it's slippery and I end up in the water. I do not want to go swimming. Right, let's go up and sort this lock. There was a couple of gentlemen just walked the other way and they've opened the gates ready for Martin. But I'm going to see if I can reduce this bywash a little bit. Oh goodness, look at it. Right, so that is the bywash. And that is what pushes the boat over there into that rock. Look, so I'm going to go and let some water down, see if it reduces. And he did it. I didn't even know he was coming in. That worked out really well. So this is an absolutely gorgeous setting. Look at this, it's just beautiful. So we have some gongoozlers. Gongoozlers are people that like to watch canals and the activities on the canals. And it looks like the sun has made it through the clouds. We have blue sky now. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. That's the next lock down there with the second hefty bywash. Let's hope that one goes as smoothly as this one did. Yeah, these top gates are the heavy ones. They're very heavy. But we've done it. Gosh, it's very creaky. It's definitely the gate, not my bones. I'm just walking through to the next lock now. Look at this to the right here. This rock wall. Gorgeous, isn't it? Honestly, the scenery around here is just amazing. So this is the Shropshire Union Canal. And these are the Tyrley Locks. So something tells me this bywash is going to be troublesome. Okay, I've opened the ground paddle and it looks like it is reducing, Martin. So hopefully, full steam ahead, you can come on in. I had gone up and opened one of the ground paddles to let some water through the lock, which takes pressure off of the bywash. So you will see as Martin comes into the lock that that bywash slowly reduces and isn't quite so violent. Oh, well done. Well done. Teamwork. Brilliant. Teamwork. Brilliant. Well done you. Well done you. So this is inside lock 2. So just coming up to lock number 3, and the bywash is on the left this time. Wow, just look at the views here. This is to the right hand side of us. And then as I pan round, this is the view to the left. How lovely is that? I think that deserves a wowzer. I love how they've made a bench out of an old lock beam. What a lovely setting. And this is lock number 3 of 5, just 2 more to do. Martin's just going to hover and wait for me in the pound. Yeah, the water between the 2 locks, they're called pounds. So he's just going to hover in this pound and wait for me to shut this gate and walk up and reset the next lock.
Number 3 of 5. That's
Yep,
it.
so we've got 2 more to do.
Yeah.
See you on the next one. Again, another quite fierce bywash, but it's going along the canal rather than across. So that one should be fine. It's quite nice that we've got these Tyrley Locks to ourselves actually. It's very nice, no other boats. At this point I had to go to the other end of the lock, across the top gate and come back to do the other gate. Perfect.
Right.
Yep. Only one more to do. And then there's a long way down the Shroppy before we get to another lock. So yeah. And in fact, I think, including the stop lock at the end of the Shropshire Union, we've only got 2 more locks after we finish these. So that's really good. That makes my day. Martin always helps me at the locks whenever he can.
Well, hello, darling. How are you? Thanks for coming on my boat, love.
Oh, look at this on the tree. You've got shoots. Spring is almost here. So this is our last lock. Lock number 5, bridge number 60. Tyrley top lock. Brilliant. Here he comes. Ready? There's lovely old wharf buildings. Look at these. That's it. All 5 locks done. We're now going to go through Woodseaves Cutting. Woodseaves Cutting, so here is where we hold our breath. Hopefully it'll be fine. Yeah, so at the top of the Tyrley Locks, this used to be a winding hole here, but the people that bought that building there, that house, the lock cottage, didn't like it being a winding hole, so this is no longer a winding hole. They've actually roped it across, so they are changing the CRT books, but they haven't managed to do it just yet. But just for anybody coming up to Tyrley, you cannot turn just before the locks. Martin is washing my boots off.
You're not getting a bar back with a dirty foot.
But the other, just look at the mud on my boots. Martin's just putting our fenders back down again, and we'll be underway. So under that bridge up there is the start of Woodseaves Cutting. So we're going to take it really slow. I'm going to film from the front. Yeah, I'm hoping it's still beautiful and it's not as scary as we're thinking it might be. So here we go. We've just been past a bridge, and it said that maximum speed is 2 miles an hour. I thought I was recording and I wasn't. And that's due to falling rocks, etc. But just wait till you see how beautiful this is down here. I'm hoping that as we get to where all the trees are, we should hear lots of birds. There are already some. It's so quiet. We've got the canal to ourselves. It is lovely. Well, so far so good. I mean, you can see the banks are starting to get taller. But I haven't seen any trees down or anything. There's a few there, there's a few branches down. You can see here that there's some trees down. Look where they've been down. Does look a bit of a tangled mess, doesn't it? Look at that one up there. Right over. Goodness. It's so quiet. We're the only boat on the water. There's no access by cars or anything. It is just wonderful. This is one of those things that you can only really see from the water. It's just beautiful. Can you see how the banks are getting taller and taller? Because we're in quite a deep cutting. I'm really hoping that we're going to get bridge reflections because it is so calm. It's gorgeous. Look, you can see there where that's fallen away. And there's all those trees and the weight at the top of that. Goodness. So you've got another little landslip there. And in front of us we've got the first of the tall bridges. But I don't think this is the really tall bridge. That will be further round. Oh, it's so nice hearing the birds. Just gonna let this play. Warning, Martin is about to do the hooter. Yeah, we needed to do the hooter because it's only enough room for one boat and there's a bend the other side and we can't see if anything's coming. Hopefully, if there is another boat, it would have heard that. Look at that for a reflection. Wowza. Just beautiful. It's one of those places you feel that you need to whisper. Because we're intruding. And this is bridge number 58. Isn't that gorgeous though? Look at that. And another gorgeous view. Look at that though. Just to think that that was built probably 200 years ago plus. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, we love the canals. I hope it comes across in our videos, but we really, really love the canals. Yeah, this section of the canal has been shut for a couple of months or a few months, and it's only recently been open. And the towpath is still yet to be cleared, especially here. Can you see that the land has slid down and it's completely blocking the towpath. So boats can get through. They managed to get it all out of the canal, but they've not managed to clear this. Look at it, honestly. Great big tree trunks, like the stumps. All that mud and clay. Here's another section that slid down that they've managed to clear. So CRT have really had their hands full this winter. There's been a few places like this where the land has just given way in the cuttings or, you know, on embankments, but they've really done a good job clearing it all. The nice thing is you just know that nature is going to recover. Nature has a way of, you know, sorting itself out. I've just zoomed out a bit just so that you can see how high that is. It's so difficult to show it on the camera. Perhaps if I show Martin. Unfortunately the sun is right in front of us and it's quite low. I'm just trying to show you all the bank, how it's come down in quite a few places, you know. I think we lost quite a few trees. I mean, they are towering over us. Look, all right up there. I say it's so lovely hearing the birds. It looks to me like CRT may have thinned it out a bit, you know, and taken some of the trees away, unless it's just where it slid and they've taken the ones that slid down. But it definitely looks like there's fewer trees. Of course it could be an optical illusion because there's no leaves on the trees, so it could just be that. Well, you can see this side, it's all sort of slid right down and reduced the canal a bit, look. So yeah, we were actually really quite apprehensive doing this journey, but so far so good. Yeah, we're getting some beautiful reflections now. That is stunning. Can you see that really tall bridge ahead? Oh, just breathtaking. There's still some debris in the water. Look at that. It's just us and nature. Love it. So I'm hoping for a bridge reflection here, but those two ducks have just disturbed all the water. What a shame. I think you can still see it. Just look at that. And can you see through the bridge? There's another bridge further down, a lower bridge. It's just magical, this place. Absolutely magical. Hopefully the bird. There they are. I thought the birds had gone. We've got water coming. Hold on. Got water coming down off of the bank here and dripping into the water. Drippling. There's another landslide there, look. Goodness. And then you have that in front of us. Wowza. gorgeous. Best view on the cut, eh? Absolutely amazing. We're so lucky to be able to come through here and see this. Oh, you can see where they've shored this up here, look, to try and prevent any more slippage. And look at that tangled mess. Oh, it's such a shame when you see trees come down. But nature will recover. It always does. Look at that. That looks a bit precarious. Goodness. And it's all down still on the towpath as well. Goodness. You can see there's more come down here as well. We just need a really nice dry spell. Just, you know, a few weeks of sunshine, a little bit of warmth. Just dry everything out and knit everything back together and let nature recover. And you can see where they've shored this up all the way along here now. All the way. I've done a zoom out lens now so that you can see a bit better. I mean, you can see it's all come way up there. I say they've shored it up all the way along. Oh gosh, here's another load. But look at that up there. That is literally a ledge. How is that even staying up there? Oh my word. Look at the size of the lumps that have come down here. You can see where some of the mud's even coming through. This is where they shored it up before, a couple, well, 2 or 3 years ago, and you can see it's all grown over, but it's actually bowing a little bit. So how long that'll last, goodness knows. And even more trees down, look. It's never ending. And you think these trees have been here for years. Wow, just look at this. You've got rock either side. Stunning. I can hear some machinery, which is sort of spoiling the ambience a little bit, but look at that. You can see that's all rock. Yeah, you often hear people refer to the canals as the cut. The reason being is often they were literally cut into the rock. They cut down to make the canal, as the Shropshire Union was. So all these walls, this was all cut down by hand. They had no big machinery that you can hear in the background. Don't know what that is, but there was none of that. It was all done by hand. And I say they often call the canals the cut. A lovely bridge reflection again, but we've got this awful machinery going, so I might just put music to this. So we've come through Woodseaves Cutting, we're on the other side and we can relax now. We're hoping to get to Goldstone Wharf and see if there's any moorings there. We've never managed to moor there before, and we did have a couple of friends there, people that we've met a couple of times on the canal, and we're hoping that if they're still there we can moor up with them. And just look at the scenery. Honestly, the Shropshire Union Canal is beautiful. So hopefully this is our friends Jane and Colwyn, and we are going to moor probably just in front of them. Oh, look at the reflection of their boat in the water, look at that. Join us next time as we continue our journey. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed this video, give us a like, subscribe and click the notification bell, and YouTube will let you know next time we upload. We'd like to welcome all our new members to our channel. Thank you so much. It's only been up and running a couple of days, but we've been overwhelmed with the fantastic response. And thank you so much for all the coffees and super thanks this week. We really appreciate it. Oh, and don't forget to leave us a comment. We love reading them and we answer every single one. See you next time. Bye.